Future responds to getting stumped out by Big U and his crew at LAX. If you ain't heard, in 2014, allegedly, Future got chased through LAX by Big U and his crew because he wasn't trying to pay that extortion fee. But let's check this video out real quick and see what the hell Future done said. These rappers just keep coming out having to respond to shit.
You're now watching Compton Rick Rock TV.
Shout out Compton Rick Rock.
Let's
This
get
one of
to
my
the
favorite
content.
YouTubers.
A couple of days ago, I did a video with Big U getting hit with a new charge and also Future getting ran down on in the airport for a debt that he's supposed to have owed. Well, that's in Big U's new paperwork right now. So we're going to get over here and finally get a response. I believe Future made a response. I know Doughboy that signed the Future, he made a response. So let's go over and check this video out on Urban Politicians. Let's go.
Start off just lying, though. Hey, what's the one thing? The singer, his baby mama. Bro, you know Sierra name, bro. Stop playing. Niggas is crazy, bro. Like, bro, and then it don't even sound realistic at all, though. Like, you telling me you ran down on Pluto and Sierra? Oh, you's a bad mother. Oh, this nigga crazy.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man.
That sound hella crazy, cause shit, if anything, they should have extra security with them. Is Sierra bigger than Future? Let me know.
We back, another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in as it began to break into the news the night before last that Big U had been hit with a new super.
So I seen the clip that we just seen right now. Future posted that clip in his story. Basically, Future saying, man, this didn't happen. This didn't happen. He's denying it. You know, of course, you would deny something like that. In fact, if it did happen and nobody else seen it, there's no video, there's no proof. It's just word of mouth, a person on the internet talking about it. If it's no proof, man, that never happened. Let's get back to this.
Superseding indictment on top of the indictment he already had from 2025 with the long laundry list of charges within itself. But with this one right here that came out, which he's been held behind bars without bond on ever since. But when this one right here came out, the main thing that began to stick was he had allegedly hired hitman to kill one of the witnesses in the original indictment that was set to testify or give information on them, supposedly.
How did they find that out? If that's actual facts, he got to be the dumbest criminal in American history. You're already locked up. I know you're not on the jail phone saying this.
Man.
All the other dudes dropping content. We haven't heard him drop any content from the jail phone yet. But how did this information get out? Was it undercover agents in the cell with him? Was the guys he talking to informants? Was they, using this information?
Bro, LA is looking so bad with this shit. Like, anytime something happens, it just hit the internet immediately. And then, like, niggas is in the county fighting for their life. And you gonna hear about it by tomorrow. Or shit, they gonna hear about what's going on the outside, shit, by the day. Boy, that LA County, boy, they got their own world in there.
For a deal on the next time they commit a crime, how did they find out he was trying to pay somebody to take somebody out the game, knock somebody off?
I think the dude he got arrested with snitched. The Brian dude, the Hispanic dude, I think he told.
If that's true, if he really done that, he needs to stay up in there for the rest of his life. I don't see that happening, man. That sounds like some made up cap. But like I said, if he done that, he crazy.
Well, as people got to peel the layers back with the info and look into the documents, another storyline that came up involving Future, and people were able to tell this by the initials with it, Grammy-winning artist 2014. And also a story that Wack 100 had told on Clubhouse before that had went viral on the internet with an encounter with Future in the airport. Well, Future saw this as it got to gain its steam again. It was already out there years ago after Wack 100 had said it. But Future saw this time around and put up in his story, YoungBoy right there at the beginning, talking about it, questioning it, saying that it's not true, especially
This dude, Doughboy, been making headlines for defending Future, boy. At first, it was YB. Now he trying to go toe to toe with Big U and Wack 100. Where is Doughboy even from?
with this time around saying that he'd been stomped out prior to the confrontation that it supposedly went down.
Big U responded to the airport shit. He said, I've never been in LAX airport with Wack 100, nor did we run down on Future. I wish y'all would get it in y'all head. These people lie all day. 10% truth, 90% them. I hate how no matter what someone say about Big U, it's just true. When is the hate going to stop? Maybe I made one mistake. That was building with a and for that B's and C's. I'm sorry, man, bro. Big U, you gotta get it figured out, bro. You worried about the wrong shit, nigga. You got a whole bunch of more shit to be fighting, nigga. Like you're fighting for your life right now.
Down in the airport. Now, Future is putting it out there with this. This is his way of saying that this is not true by reposting this artist Doughboy saying it and questioning it and calling it out in that manner. So that's starting to spread around in the media right now because it was getting spread around that Future had got pressed in the airport and then stomped out as well.
Now, why Future didn't come on the internet himself and say that? Of course, he used his artist, what his artist said, and he reposted that. He's speaking for him. Now, on his paperwork, it said he was stumped out. Wouldn't y'all think that it'd be some type of recording, some type of video of him being stumped out? And then again, this is another prime example of getting on the internet, talking, telling real true stories.
And another thing, I don't think, well, shit, I don't know. I don't really know how LAX airport really is, but like as far as security, but it should be somebody around that motherfucker that's, securing that bitch, making sure none of the shit like this happens. So if it did happen, how did it even go down?
And then they go back and find these stories. This stuff never leaves the internet. So we don't know if this is true. We don't know if this is fake. But one thing for sure, the man is being charged with it. Future said it didn't happen. Big U said it didn't happen. Don't y'all think that should be tossed out the window if it didn't happen?
In the documents, it actually says, for years, members and associates of the Big U enterprise.
It might have happened, that for real. Like the streets probably know that it did happen, but I think Future don't want nothing to do with what Big U got going on. Anybody know that if they a part of Big U case or if they involved in Big U case, it's a problem.
Extorted victims through actual and threatened force, violence, fear, and intimidation. When a victim refused to pay, defendant Henley reacted violently. Overact number 36. In or around 2014, defendant Henley approached NDC, a Grammy-winning recording artist, in order to collect money for a Detroit associate. Overact number 37. In or around 2014, after NDC refused to pay and ceased answering during Henley's phone calls, defendant Henley and his associates committed violence against NDC and NDC's associates in security for failing to show respect and pay money. Overact number 38. In around 2014, a few days after defendant Henley and his associates stomped out NDC, defendant Henley and a co-conspirator chased NDC through the Los Angeles International Airport in an attempt to further intimidate and collect money from NDC. Now, when Wack 100 had told this story years ago, he never said that he got stomped out. He had said that they had chased him through the airport.
Lee Trick and Big U was real.
But then now Wack coming out saying that he never chased them and Big U was never involved when Future got chased. So did it happen or did it not happen?
Close at the time, right? Hey, Future rolled some money. All right, Trick in Detroit. Me and Big U on a red-eye flight to Atlanta. We coming through LAX. We coming through the security, putting our bag through the thing. Who we see on the other side? Future and the girl that's with the football player. Sierra. We see Future and Sierra. I say, bro, is that who I think it is? He looked. I said, yeah. I said, you take the jock out of here. When we come to the thing, I said, hey, homie, you got that money for Trick? He take off running. I'm chasing over the dead homies. No. So runs into a motherfucking terminal, and he runs into the thing.
Did Trick say anything about this? Have he responded to this yet and say that this is actual facts that he owed him some money? And did he get paid any money? Did he come on the internet and deny this yet, or said it's true?
But it ain't hooked up to no plane. He left. No, bro. He runs into the terminal. True story. Clip. Runs into the terminal, right? When he run into the terminal, he take his phone out, right? He know he can only go so far. Cause what you gonna do? Jump onto the runway? That's a long drop down there, right? He throws the phone at me on speaker. All I hear is Stunner voice. He say, "What? It's me, Stunner. Talk to me." I say, "Stunner, I'm busy right now." He said, "Yeah, but I don't want you to be, nephew. What the going on?" I say, "Oh, Trick a bag, man. He can't be in our backyard."
That's how you know Wack just be talking out his ass. This nigga just like all of this that he's talking was back then, like a couple years ago, probably. This shit coming out now. This nigga don't got no involvement in it. Don't got no parts. This nigga Big U didn't chase the nigga. The ugly part about it is they still gonna throw this out, and Big U still probably gonna do life.
And he don't throw a bag. Either he gonna pay or he finna get up and then he gonna pay, right? Trick at home sleep. He don't know what's going on. He in Detroit, right? He say, Wack, my word to you, I paid the debt. Let him be. I got business with that man. I said, what? He said, Wack, this Stunner talking to you. As your brother, leave him be. You got my word, whatever the debt is. He said, me, Trick, I pay him in the morning. On me. I'm giving you my word. I threw it back to talking. Trick got his wire. All I hear.
That was already being heavily questioned in itself because of the fact people think that'll make the news, the media, the blogs. Sierra was supposed to be there as well.
Yeah, that would have hit the airwaves. That would have hit the news. As big as them artists is, somebody would have had a video and had it on social media.
Kind of like something ain't maybe adding up about it. I can see them having a conversation or a semi-argument in the airport, but an actual thing where he's getting chased and ran and followed.
So in other words, Future didn't even respond. This nigga Dope Boy responded for Future.
In the airport, I questioned that myself, but they claiming that he got stomped out at some point in this situation as well. Future is saying that is not true. I don't know what's what. I don't know who the co-conspirator is, but Wack 100 name is going to be tied to this because he's the first person who spoke up on this. So it's going to be pointed at him now. Well, hey, how you knew this was going on? That's what the internet is going to say. Can't say that he did this or didn't do that. But if they go to trial, it will eventually come all the way out.
This internet will get you every time. Every time, man. Every time. That's why it's best to do a reaction instead of coming on here bringing up something. Because you bring up something, man, if it's true, you did a crime in the past or anything in the past, and they bring it up, they gonna definitely.
Even trying to clear your name up from it, bro. You better off just letting these reactors react. If they gonna react, let them react. You responding to the reactions, it's only a risk of you slipping up.
Using. Now, I don't think somebody owing somebody is the crime. Any of that. You owe me some money, pay me my money. You decide you want to run through an airport, that's on you. That's not a crime, chasing somebody through an airport because you owe some money and paying a debt. Somebody else paid the debt. Now, if he got stumped out and beat up in the airport, that's a whole nother story. But like I said, that would have been on film. Can y'all imagine Future being the biggest star in the world at this time?
Dead ass.
And people see him getting beat up and stumped out. Y'all don't think that would have hit the internet?
That shit would have got
I don't think
somewhere.
that would have hit the news. That would have been breaking news, man, how big of an artist Future was.
TMZ would have had it.
And I think him and Drake they was on top of the world doing music together. Who would have missed Future with the dreads at the time? Nobody. So until we see some footage of that, I think it's just cap, man, internet talk.
Just is what it is with that conversation right there. And we had never heard that situation before until you actually came out and said it. So the stomping out part, they said has happened prior. That part wouldn't have nothing to do with the situation with what went down with
So what the hell was Sierra doing when this nigga Future was getting stumped out?
In the airport, as far as him being there, because Wack did not tell that story about him being stomped out. He never said that. They has actually said that happened a few days before. Future is saying that is not true at all. But all of this stuff getting connected like it is right now, and then also the things with Big U going through right now with this right here.
And new at 4, the feds have brought new charges against a man known as Big U. He is accused of running a criminal enterprise in South L.A. while collecting millions of dollars in anti-gang money. Eugene Henley Jr. And prosecutors at this point say he tried to have a witness taken out.
Say Henley was trying to pay other inmates to go after and attack a key witness. This allegedly happened last month while Henley.
Well, if that's the case, y'all should have let it happen. Y'all should have let the whole play go through. And right when they was about to go do the crime, y'all should have, hey, flash the lights and arrest them right there. Y'all would have got them dead bang. Other than that, man, it's hearsay. He say, she say, man.
Man, it ain't nothing if you got conspiracy for it. If you caught him in the act, then it ain't nothing that he can say or do when it come down to it.
He say she. Why y'all not saying who the inmates are? Who are the inmates?
Was awaiting trial on conspiracy, racketeering, and fraud charges.
Superseding indictment unsealed today says on June.
They not gonna say who the inmates is because you know what's gonna happen to them when them names drop. You know what's gonna happen to them. They gonna know that he a rat, and whatever gang he from or community he from, they got to take care of that, and they're gonna be held accountable for that nigga.
10th, last month, Henley offered to pay 2 inmates to kill or harm victim 1 in order to prevent that person from testifying.
Who is victim 1? Who is that?
Makes a crazy timeline and chain of events where they say that you tried to hire 2 people to take somebody out in your case already. And everything like this is the federal government. If they said it, you would think that they got something to prove it. Sometimes they get, I don't know how they work. People be saying they always got the evidence.
Yeah, that's what they say. They said when they got you, they got you. Where is the proof at? What evidence on this one at, y'all?
Do feel like they can jump the gun on stuff, or they can try to piece stuff together on the conspiracy, get you to plead guilty to it possibly. But obviously they got something on Big U. They said that people is ready to corroborate, people is ready to tell. I'm not shocked at that.
Even if he didn't do it, it still makes his case worse just because it was an allegation that that's related to what he in there for right now.
At all. We know how it go. If he doesn't plead guilty, everybody named who was involved in something will come out in this case. It's a lot of people names just getting thrown in the mix with this. But I ain't gonna say nobody did nothing.
I can't wait till this trial come out. Boy, there's gonna be some good stuff to cover. Everything gonna get exposed when that trial come out.
It didn't throw nothing on nobody until it come all the way factual, and then we'll come down here spill the real up on it. But Future say this is not true right here. He responded to it. I'm pretty sure he been getting tagged and clipped and and added all night. He said, you know what, let me address this without addressing it pretty much. We'll see what happened. We'll see what's true or not. Tell me what y'all think. Got to stay out the way. Trust me, dog.
I think it's cap. I think all that stuff is cap. But I'm going to tell y'all this. I did a video. When I did the video on this, I said this is the reason why they not going to let him out. I said anybody that's a leader, have leader qualities. I said they did Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. And you had people in the comments said you can't compare him to Martin Luther King to Malcolm X. I said, man, these guys got to be fifth graders. That's not what I said. I said anybody with leadership qualities, don't matter if it's negative or if it's positive. If you are a person that can control minds of people and have people doing this and be a leader, that's a problem. Even if
Hell yeah, cause you can train the next nigga to be that person, and then he gonna be one of you. They don't want nobody in the city that's a threat to society. And when you got that leadership, you a threat to the society.
you a gang leader, you can control a gang. One day you might not want to be a gang leader no more. You might want to be an activist leader. You have the
Literally.
leadership qualities, regardless if it's positive or negative. You are a problem. They don't want that. That's what I meant.
But yeah, man, let me know what y'all think. In my opinion, I think something occurred. Something may have or have not happened. I ain't gonna say may have not happened, but something may have happened. I ain't gonna lie, because why are you, out of nowhere you just bringing up Future? Like, that don't make sense. Like, all the rappers, but then you bring up Future. So something may have happened, but what they tried to put out there wasn't what happened probably. And I'm sure the real story is less than what it really is. And then LA politics is just getting a little boring over there. But yeah, let me know what y'all think. Y'all think Future really got chased down in LAX with Sierra?